I must apologize, but due to the technical difficulties I experienced replacing the old pressure sensor and the tight space with which I had to work, I did not get the actual work on video, but I did my best to show what I did to get the job done. Again, I apologize. Okay, when I first started looking at how I'm going to do this, I found out that, like, for example, when I got the connector, you can tell I got the connector off of the fuel rail. I mean, off of the sensor. There's a connector right there. But I found that I got the old one off using a crescent wrench, similar to this, the other one over there. But as you can tell, I had a low pressure sensor socket, and in order to use, after I got it, before I knew what was going on back here, I found that we have to remove, in order to use that, we have to remove the fuel rails, because it's right in between the fuel rails, and the socket won't fit in between the fuel rails. So in order to pull this, we have to remove the fuel rail. I ain't removing the fuel rails. There's just no way that's going to happen. So we're going in from behind. And so I went in from behind with the crescent wrench, and I was able to remove the old one. And I got the new one partially threaded in, but I can't get it tight because the crescent wrench won't get any more bites. I can't put any more turns on it. So I want to make sure to get it really tight so that it, doesn't leak. So I went all over town looking for a 27mm crow's foot. Nothing. I can order it online, but it won't be here till Tuesday. I have to have this car finished by Monday, by tomorrow. So, and I probably still won't be able to do it because I spent all day today looking for the crow's foot. So I'm not going to wait until Tuesday to start this job again. I'm just not going to do that. So, or at least I don't want to. So here's what I did. In order to finish this job, oh, my back, I bought this. And I can turn this into a stubby 27mm wrench. I'm going to cut it like right here. And I'm going to grind the edges down here so that I can get it in better. Because that's the problem I had with this. Here's the wrench, the crescent wrench that I use to take it off with. I use this one because it's a little tighter than that little one was. So, in other words, this tooth here isn't as loose as it is on the little one, the cheapo. So, this is 27mm. I can't use this end because, well, that's not going to work. Not the way the old pressure sensors is configured. So, what did I do with the old one? Oh, here it is, right here. So here's the old one, and you can tell it's not going to work in here. It slips big time. So that's why we have to use this. This fits it. So like I said, I'm going to cut it here so that I can maneuver it better, right about like that, to get more room. I want it shorter than this by about that much, and I want to cut this. I want to grind this down so that it'll fit in there better, because it goes, the oil cooler goes on this side, goes around it to about here. It goes around it like that, and there's only about maybe 1/8 of an inch clearance. So, and then it goes to about here. So when I'm trying to tighten it, I can't get it all the way around in order to get a grip on it. So that's why I have to grind this off so I can get it inside there and get a better grip. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to grind this off. I'll be wearing my goggles, my gloves. I look like Iron Man. There's Tony Stark doing grinding something in the cave. So yeah, in order to get this on and make sure that it's tight and it doesn't leak, I'm almost 99% sure I didn't cross thread it, because it went in a few turns before it started to get tight. It started to get tight because it had the anti-lock on, or the what do you call that? The sealant on there. So it is what it is. So that's where I'm at.
Eventually.
Okay, managed to get it in. I'm humped over my engine right now. And I got it out. What I did is I went to the store and I bought that, and I cut it in half and ground it off on the end here so that it won't cut my hands. That's a 27 millimeter box wrench there. And I had to undo some lines in the back here. I don't know if you can see those, but this line right here, I had to pull the clamps, that clamp and that clamp over there. I don't know if you can see that. I had to pull that so that I could get to the, I don't know if you can see can you see the temperature sensor, or the oil pressure sensor there? I can't see what you see. At any rate, as you can see, it's a pretty tight fit back here. So you can see it from over here, and I managed to get that tightened up. It's in the same position that the old one was when I removed it. So as I said earlier, the connector, the clamp broke on the connector, or the clip broke on the connector. So it's a tight fit. Hopefully it'll stay that way. The wires look okay. So I'm hoping it'll be all right. So with that, let's continue putting this car together. I'm gonna call it quits for the day, and then tomorrow we will start putting that car back together.
The next morning.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and welcome to another video in the series of replacing the oil pressure sensor on my Maserati Ghibli SQ4 over here, which is torn apart. The top part of the engine's torn apart. So in this last video, I'm going to be doing the reassembly process and starting the car, and hopefully it'll start and it'll run good. Cross my fingers. All right, well, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start the process by putting the O-rings on the intake manifold, the new O-rings. So we have, or the gaskets, I'm sorry, the gaskets. We have the new gaskets here. Part number . All my parts were ordered on Scuderia. So, as you can see, there are little holes or notches here in each of the ports here. So, on these gaskets, there's also a nib right there. So, looks like it could go on either way. So, you just stuff in, and the good thing about this is they're pressure fit. They won't fall out after you put them in. See? They don't fall out. It's in there. In order to take them out, you know, it's kind of hard to take them out. So let's get these in here. I like the way Maserati designed this intake manifold. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I still think that these engines are easier, a lot easier to work on. In spite of my difficulty, the difficulty that I had, I still think these are a lot easier to work on than other, like for example, the Germans. And I really do like this design here. The way these gaskets fit in here. It'll make putting the intake manifold on a lot easier, because I know they won't fall out. They're on there. Okay, and then we got the gasket for the throttle body to put on. But I'm thinking about putting that on after I mount this. So we've got all the gaskets on. The next thing I want to do is I want to pull the tape off of the intake ports, and I want to look inside. Well, first, before I do that, before I pull the tape off, I'm going to use compressed air. Speaking of which, probably turn it on after I finish talking. I'm going to use compressed air, and I'm going to blow out all the debris, if there's any debris that got in there, and then remove the tape, and then use compressed air to blow the intake ports out to make sure. Well, I'll look in there first, because I think at least one of them the valves are open, and make sure that there's nothing in there. Then use compressed air to blow them out, get all the dust and stuff out, and then prepare to put this intake manifold on. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, now to blow this area out. Tape off, intake ports. I want to use some brake fluid or brake cleaner and wipe this down. Make sure there's no grease or anything on it, or oil residue from the cleaning process on here. Then blow it down again, blow the ports out. Well, let me take a look inside first. Let me get my glasses. There we go. Anything in there? Oh, I see some stuff in there. Some carbon. Let me get some compressed air to blow that out. Oh, wait a minute. That valve is open. Let me see if I can do something else to get that out with. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, in this port here, there's some carbon. Let me show you. See if I can get you down in there and show it to you. I don't know if you can see it. You may not be able to see it. Let's see if I can get the light down in there. This may have been a bad idea. Oh, there we go. I think you can see it now. I can see it in the camera. You see the two pieces of carbon in there. That's what I'm going to get out, and here's how I'm going to do it. Put you back where you belong. Point in the right direction again. Okay. On the tip of this screwdriver here, I have a little dab of grease. So I'm just going to try and stick it in there and use the grease. I got them both. See that? I got them both. Yep. They're out of there. Okay. I can wipe that off here. That was pretty genius, using a dab of grease to get those out. Okay. Let me get up here some more. And that's good. I might be in your way. Sorry. Good. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Oh, another dab, another piece of carbon. How about that? Okay, well, let's go get another dab of grease. Okay, let's get that. This one's proving to be a little bit more difficult. I moved it. Or maybe that wasn't a dab of... maybe that wasn't a piece of carbon. One more gander at the intake ports and then mount the intake manifold. Everything's clear. Yep, everything looks good. Okay, now here's the intake manifold. Okay, if I remember correctly, it came out this way. Wrap this out of the way. It's loose. Can I put this underneath here for now? And then pull it out of the way? Yes, I can. Excellent. And then pull this out of the way. And then this out of the way. There we go. Now, I've got it mounted. All the gaskets look good. Yep, all the gaskets look good. And we're good in the back. Okay. It's time to put the screws. I'm going to use the magnet for this. Let me get set up to do that. Okay, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I've managed to get this one in. It fell in there, actually. Let's see if I can get it threaded. Yep, it's threading. Excellent. This is the hardest one to do. There. Got that one threaded in. If I can, my finger will fit down in there. I may have to use the trick. Yeah, I'll have to use the trick for this one. The tape trick. Or the sticky trick. Hang on, let me get set up for that. Okay. Let's get this one threaded in. Okay, I believe it is threaded in. I think I'll use this trick for all of them, just to make sure they don't fall down in the valley. Okay. There's one. Okay, another side. Right there. Oh. Oh. Last one, which is right here. I'm gonna get my torque wrench, set my torque wrench up, and get ready to torque these. 10 Newton meters is 7.36 foot-pounds. I got it set to 7.5 foot-pounds, which is good enough. So I could set it to 10. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Using the bump torque down. I'll do that. There we go. Don't think it'll hurt it. There. Now we move over to the back of the intake manifold to put the pressure temperature sensor in the back. So I want to route this underneath here and then connect it. Okay. There we go. And then mount it in its hole. I just need to maneuver it into its hole. There we go. Got it. Had it. There, got it. Okay. It's in the hole. It's even lined up. Nope. There we go. There. Now it's threading. There, it's tight. Not going anywhere. And it's connected. First thing I'm going to do is put the brackets back in, the 2 brackets, and start reclamping everything down, reclamping all these lines down, hooking all this back up, and then I undid this so that these wires wouldn't get pinched when I'm laying down on it. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So let's get set up to do that. Okay, I'm going to attempt to slide this underneath here. I'll get everything up on top of it. Doing this. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. You could see what I was doing. There. That's snapped into place. That's snapped into place. That's snapped into place. This one here. That's snapped into place. That's snapped into place. This one is for this. This is for this. So for the cabling. So oops. That's snipped in place. And sorry about that, folks. The battery went low. So okay, I'm gonna push down on this. That's not gonna go. This one will. There. Oops. Let me bolt these down. And then I've got two more in the back too. Gotta put the two back bolts for the air recirculation system back on. Then I gotta put the solenoid for the turbochargers back on and clamp them down. Then I got this to put on over here. So let's, then I got to put this on for the air recirculation system. But let's get these bolts in first so this stays in place. And on this side. That one threaded in good. I think it did. Yeah, it did. Oh, it's just tight. Another one in. That one went in this time. Went in this time. There. Bolt it down. Let's bolt it down. Click. So I'm going to slide this around like that, and then slide this underneath, and I'm going to get a small screw, thread that in there, thread, there we go. Well, I thought I had you. Gotcha. Okay, that goes there like that. So let's tighten this up. There. Got my screwdriver here. I'm gonna bend this out a little bit. There, that will fit better. Close this. There, that's closed. This needs to go on top of this. This is a tight fit, I'll tell you. Got it. Here. That's how it's supposed to go. And we tighten this down. There. Alrighty. There. Okay. Looks like it worked. Take it off. There. Got it. Okay. Let me tighten it up. Okay. Got to hook up the rest of the the oil recirculation system. So let's get this routed in here. Hook this up. Watch how this goes. It'll snap. Listen. Okay. We snap this. There. Good. Alrighty. Here's the bracket. And the object is start like this, underneath all of this, and go underneath. So I'm going to start it underneath here. Oh, I know there is something else I forgot on the other side. This, the grounding cable. We'll go back and get that later. Just don't let me forget. Okay. Don't have the, nope, they're not even lined up. There. There. Now that's lined up. Wait a minute, I have them right here. Part way. Oh, I see what's going on. It's going. It's going. Oops, that came back. Don't come back. Don't want you to come back. Okay. Oh, I see. What's this thing here? Oops. There. It's in place. Alrighty then. Okay, I need to get this clamp underneath here. Oh, it still needs to rotate though. Oh, it just needs to go down. Okay, it's done. There. Okay. I'm going to use the cloth method again because I don't want to drop anything. Okay, threaded. Okay, let me tighten this up. That's tight. Tighten this one up. Oh, I don't need it anymore. Click. Okay. Now let's get these wires in their clamps. That's in there. That's in there. Let's get this bolt installed here. Okay. There. There we go. It's in there. Oh, no, that's not. It's not in there. Right tool for the job. There, now it's in there. Okay. Now let's plug up. This is number 6. This is the cam sensor. That's clipped in. Yep. Fixed. Click. This is number 5. Oops. Let's load up some. There we go. Move this up some. I might want to check the connectors for the coils on the other side. Make sure they're all connected right. Okay. I'm going to lock this down. Put me here. There. Snap. That's clamped. Let me go on the other side, make sure everything else is clamped up. Oh, let me put this grounding wire on and run around the other side and put the other one on too while I'm at it. So, need these grounding wires. We're on the downhill. Pretty soon I'm going to be starting this bad boy up. Put that in. Let me put the other grounding cable in. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There we go. Okay. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing over here. I'm just putting the other grounding cable in on this side, which is the same on that side. There we go. On something else, this goes here. Need another. Things are going back together great. I see some clamping I need to do on that side. So I'm on a roll now. I'm on a roll. There. Bang. Bang. Oh, missed one right here. Gotta go underneath. Shit. Release this one. Open this up. Bring it down. There we go. That looks better. Clamp this one shut. Clamp shut too. There. Clamp. Clamp. There we go. Plastic. Not just a piece of plastic. Everything looks like it's coming back together. I'm going to do a complete QA and see if I can find anything I missed. I got 2 extra bolts there that I don't know where I don't know. Oh, they go here. They go here. That's where they go. Alrighty then. Valley. I would have to remove the intake again. Yes, it works perfect. So I don't have to use that short one. Do I always talk to myself when I'm working on cars? Yeah. But technically, I'm not talking to myself right now. I'm talking to you guys. Go. This one. This one. Tight. Put the connector on. There we are. Connector's on. Plug this in. Okay. Now we got this, and I want to get those brackets. I'm going to use the clamps. I'm going to use the clamps. That's what was there before. That's what I'm going to put back. So let me get those. Okay. I've got these here. Don't know if you can see them. They're the clamp type clamps. The crimp type clamps. Put one here. Put one here. Then I plug in. Them up there, and then I clamp them with this. There. There. Put that down there. Now, put the throttle body on. I'm ready to do that. And then I got to lift the car to put those 2 bolts in. So let's put the throttle body on next. GoPro. Okay, now we're ready to put the throttle body on. So we're going to put the gasket on first. Here's the gasket. Part number . So this has the same thing, same issue, same thing going on here. Okay, got a notch here and a nib here. Just stick the gasket in there, like so. Make sure it's all seated good. There, we got a new gasket in there. Now, throttle body goes in. like this. Okay. Yep. Because the connector goes that way. Connector's right here. Okay. So bolts on just like that. I've got some bolts here. Okay. Let's put a bolt in. There's one. And there's two. There's three, and here's, I think I'm gonna have to thread that in with this thing here. Yeah. All right. Probably now. Click. Tighten this one down. Click. Tighten this one down. Let me get the short no, this will do. No, well, let's get the short extension. There we go. I mean, that's too long. Okay. Click. And this last one up here. Click. Okay. Just plug throttle body in. Push the safety clip in. And now let's get the spacer installed. Okay. And inside the spacer, you'll see this has ridges, and this is smooth. This end will go in the intake ducting, and since this has a ridge in it, it'll go on the throttle body. So we will put let's get the big one on. Let's just put it on. There. There we go. Okay. There is an arrow on top of this, by the way, which lines up with this arrow here. There. That'll work. Okay. Tighten it up. We will tighten it up some more. A little bit, but we don't want to tighten it up too much. Okay, I may have to go to the store and buy one of these temporarily.
Oh, you're going to the store?
I think so. I think I'll have to because
I'm going to the store too.
Well, I want to go.
Banana and strawberry.
I'm going to Home Depot, honey. And I need to be able to come right back too.
Huh?
I need to be able to come right back.
Okay, I'll wait for you then.
But,
1 hour later.
okay, here's what I got. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to use these. I don't like them either, but I have to use this for now. Just for now. I'll order one of these from Scuderia. But I don't want to wait for that to get here, so I'm going to put this on now. It's going to be situated like that, and that thing's going to be sticking up in the air. Let me pull this out. Put this on. Put this back on. Like that. And I need a different size socket. So let me get that. And the home stretch, almost done. Okay. Oops, back it up, because I'm hanging off. Slipped out a little bit. Okay. Oops, wrong way, dang it. I'm anxious. I'm nervous. A lot of emotions running through me right now. A lot of emotions right now. I'm just going to leave it like this. That'll be good. Okay. Do I break this off or what? I could. Anyhow, not now. Now, what I want to do now is I want to go over the car. I want to remove these towels, remove all the tools, and make sure everything's hooked up. Account for all my tools. I don't have any screws for the engine left over. The screws that I have now are just for the water containment tray and that stuff over the bar and that. Those are the only screws I have, but for these screws here, I don't have any more of those left. No extra screws. That is a good sign. So, let me go ahead and get cleaned up and do a final inspection. Then we'll start the car up. Okay. First things first. I know for a fact that I took the blue tape off from the intake ports because here's my proof right here. Here's the blue tape. 1, 2, both sides. There's the tape that was on the intake ports. So I know for a fact, positive, 100% sure, I took the tape off the intake ports. There it is. I'll put that over here. My proof. Now what we do is we do, there's one. We do a final inspection, make sure everything's connected up. Oh, I know one thing I forgot to do. We have to put the bottom bolts on here. So we're not ready yet. We're not ready to start this bad boy up yet. So let me go to putting that on. Let's go put the bottom bolts on. Have to lift the car up. Okay. Okay, I got the 2 bolts in down there. I lifted the car up, put them in, and put the car back down. So now, I think I'm ready to start the car. Okay. I already reconnected the battery, and we have power.
And what is this?
This is the moment of truth. Why don't you come in and have a seat, sweetheart?
No, I'll just...
Oh, you'll watch there? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's close the door. So, well, the hood's going to be open. Hood and trunk are open. But, okay. Let's see what happens. We will turn power on because the parking brake will want to relearn itself. Or maybe it won't do it until after I start it.
Right.
Uh-oh. Enter anti-theft code. Shit. Oh boy. That's going to be a problem.
What is that?
Anti-theft code. I got to call the dealer to get that. Okay. Okay. Well, I've had the battery disconnected for too long. I don't know why.
Oh
All right.
God.
So,
Why did you disconnect the battery?
well, you have to when you have everything disconnected.
Oh.
Okay. I should have thought about that. Let's go ahead and start it and see what happens. Put on the brake. It runs. Okay, sweetheart, close the trunk.
What?
Close the trunk. Close the hood. show me the oil pressure until I close the hood. Okay, oil pressure sensor is working.
Are you gonna drive?
Not right now.
No, because there's something here.
I know. I'm not gonna drive right now. Okay, the oil pressure sensor is working.
It is working.
Yep. But we won't know until the engine warms up.
Yeah.
So we'll let the engine run for a little while and see if the oil pressure goes down. Let it warm up. In the meantime, I'm going to move the jacks out of the way so I can test drive it. Well, I'm not going to test drive it now. I've got to put the cowling back on in that. So, there. The vacuum just came on, and oh, guess what? I don't have to do this anymore. Cool. I don't have to contact the dealership. It started. Well, that's fine. Okay. Okay, we're gonna let it run for a little while. I've got plenty of gas. I did that on purpose. I filled up just before. I filled up Wednesday evening, just before we started it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the engine warm up, and I'll be back to show you what the oil pressure sensor is doing. Okay, it's one thing for the oil pressure sensor to work. It's another thing if it's leaking. And I don't smell any oil yet. But if it's leaking, we'll see it right down here. Let me pull this chair up. And let me get a good view. You can hear that high pressure fuel pump going. Nope, it's not leaking. I can see it. No leaky. Don't see any oil coming out. If it was leaking, you'd see oil coming out here. It'll trickle down the back. Okay. Seems to be running as normal. I'm proud of myself. You know, I was very apprehensive, worried, nervous before I started the car. I was hesitant. I'm like, I don't know. But, and that just goes to show, I've never done this before. So, if I had to do it again, I could get it done quicker. Because I know exactly what to do now. And looking at it from there, maybe I could do it without having to remove the intake manifold. Maybe he was right. Maybe it is believable. In any case, I'm gonna let the engine warm up, and maybe while I'm doing, well, no, I'm gonna let the engine warm up, and when it gets warm, I'll look at the, let's take a look at it real quick, see if it's gone down some. Nope, the hood's open. It won't show me if the damn hood's open. So let's go ahead and close the hood. Okay. Let's see. How about that? Look at that. Oil pressure's down. Yay! Good job, James. Woohoo! It's working right. New oil pressure sensor works. Yeah. I'm happy. Woo! Let's pop the hood again because we still got some work to do. We got to put the water tray back on, and I'm not going to film that part. You guys know how to. You guys know what that does. That's just easy stuff. So put the water tray back on, put the windshield wiper back on stuff, button her up, and then there. Woo! I am so happy. I got clean intake ports. no oil pressure sensor, clean manifold. I got a new spacer here. I just need to order this. I'm not going to leave that on there. And yeah, time to put it back together. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed watching this video, if you like seeing stuff like this, please consider subscribing. I don't know if this is the last thing that's going to go wrong with my car. Finally something did break, and that was a major job to fix it. So, and I did it myself. I probably saved, I don't know how much money doing this. You could probably, using this as a guide, if you have enough balls, you could probably do it yourself using my videos as guide. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You know, a lot of this wouldn't have been possible without you guys supporting me. Yes, you guys, thank you so much. Love y'all. Love all my subscribers. Love all my viewers. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment. Tell me what you think I did wrong, what you think I did right. Just comment. Congratulate me. I pat myself on the back. And with that, I'm going to put it back together and maybe try to get some paddle time. Bye, everybody.